Wanted to ask about rights of access to witnesses in court and how rare it is for the court to block access to witnesses. Plus, is there any case law on this, particularly on conspiracy to abuse this?
Okay, first of all, I need to give you a general idea of how courtrooms work and how a court-martial works as well. Remember on an earlier video I said all courtrooms, higher or lower, are all supposed to be offering a fiduciary service. A fiduciary means a person that comes between me and you and does his or her best to settle or make a comprehension of the case that we brought before the fiduciary. And that has to take place on level playing field. That means it's a court supposed to be level playing field. There's no supposed to be higher laws, no lower laws, no boxes that you go into, no planes or anything like that. It's all supposed to be on one level. Everybody's sitting at equal lengths everybody's sitting at equal height on a level playing field. That's what a court is. You don't see tennis players playing on different levels and in a smaller area where the other guy plays in a larger area. Well, that's creating a disability. You know, it's you that's doing all the hitting while he's up there occupying a small space, hitting the ball back to you. So he only does a fraction of the effort that you do. That, of course, is not a courtroom. So what is it that I'm saying? As soon as you walk into a conventional courtroom, you will see before your face that it's not a courtroom. What you have is unleveled playing field. So you have different levels. The judges sit on this level, the clerk of the court sits on one level, the jury sits on one level, you sit on another level. And when you go into a box, that box is actually essentially a prison. That's the same prison that you go into when a captain of their vessel is performing a court-martial, or you are under trial. So you are essentially in a box, and with your box is a jail. Once you've gone in there, you're already guilty. You essentially volunteer to go to prison. That's why if you enter that box, when they say go into the box and then plead your case, plead means to beg, and the judge is acting as the captain of that vessel, you're already set up to fail. What you have to do is remove the boxes and the different levels in that courtroom. And you can tell them, you can do that by telling them, I remove all boxing laws and I remove all levels from this court. Once you've said that, you're essentially creating a level playing field. Before any of those things happen, when the usher tells you to stand up or all rise, if you rise, you're essentially acknowledging the superiority of the judge. Once you've done that, then that person becomes the captain of their vessel. What you must do is you must stay seated or standing up. You must never give them jurisdiction. And if you ever go into a box, forget it, because that simply means that you've more or less said you're guilty and you're voluntarily going into prison. Yes, of course, you don't know any of these sort of things. That's why they always try to force you to stand up. And if you don't stand up, they'll walk away and they'll come back and they say, all rise. What's interesting about the word all rise is that the judge is actually performing an act of acromancy. I think it's called acromancy, or I've forgotten the word actually, but essentially he's bringing you back to life, because if you remember, under bankruptcy, you are all declared dead. That's why your name is in all caps. When somebody dies, your name is written in all capital letters. So they're bringing you to life again by saying all rise. They're taking money away from you, and then they're putting you back to the dead and sending you out the courtroom. That's all a lie. Of course it's a lie. They are pretending to offer you a fiduciary service, but in fact you're walking into a vessel where they're court-martialing you and the judge is the captain. Yeah, you don't want to get yourself in a position. That's the lie. So when you go into a courtroom, don't stand or remain standing and then sit down. Do not give the judge any jurisdiction over you. Do not go into any boxes. And once the judge is in the room, remove all boxes and all planes or all levels in the courtroom, and stick to that point.